realize that the more you turn your attention to yourself, not selfishly but strategically, the more the world begins to respond in your favor. This is the secret known by every man who has risen quietly, consistently, without applause. They weren't born with more talent. They didn't have better luck. They simply mastered something most people overlook: focus. Not shallow concentration, not half-hearted attempts to work on themselves between distractions. I'm talking about absolute, unapologetic, disciplined focus. The kind that builds a foundation so strong that even in silence, it speaks louder than the noise of 1,000 empty declarations. When you begin to focus entirely on yourself, not as an escape, but as an elevation, you change the way your life unfolds. You begin to value solitude more than approval. You start to protect your time with the same intensity a warrior protects his sword. You no longer chase things that do not align. You no longer explain your silence. You stop giving others access to your mind, and suddenly your mind becomes clear enough to guide you to wealth, peace, and purpose. There's a reason most people never see real transformation. They are too public with their struggle and too distracted in their process. They confuse noise with progress. They seek validation for effort before they've earned the result. And every time they post their intention, they release the very energy they need to complete it. They burn their power trying to be seen instead of letting their results make the announcement. But you, the man committed to growth, know better. You've decided that your focus is sacred, that your time is not for sale, that your mental space is not a billboard for insecurity, comparison, or false identity. You're not becoming less social, you're becoming more sovereign. And that shift changes everything. The world around you begins to feel different because you are different. You're not rushing anymore. You're not seeking approval anymore. You've disconnected from the chaos and tapped into a rhythm that few can understand but everyone can feel. You become the man who walks in a room and doesn't need to speak to be heard. Not because of arrogance, but because your energy is